What's up, ladies and gentlemen, back again with another video, and today we're going to be doing a movie review on Coming to America. Now, Coming to America takes place 30 years after the original. Um, this movie stars Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, as well as other numerous cast members such as Leslie Jones and Wesley Snipes, and you have other returning cast members from the original that make their appearance in this movie as well, such as James Earl Jones and James Amos, just to name a few. Now the plot line for this film is that Prince Hakim is now the king of Zamunda. He now has three daughters, and he ends up finding out later on that he ends up having a son. And they kind of just show like a flashback scene from like 30 years ago from the original, explaining the exposition on how that ended up happening, and him not finding out about it until 30 years later. So from there, he makes his trip back to America to, get acquainted with his son and let him know that he is, the heir to the throne, that he can now become, the new prince of Zamunda. This film is very meta. It's very self-aware. There's a scene where they actually mention how Hollywood has become lazy because it's been filled with nothing but superhero movies and remakes and sequels to popular film franchises. Which, ironically enough, this film is doing itself, because this is a sequel to a popular movie from the 1980s taking place 30 years later. But yeah, basically they take the son's story in this movie, and he's basically in the same position that Hakim was in the first film, except it's like on the flip side. So you get to see things from his perspective as a New Yorker being new to, the world of Zamunda. And then he ends up, trying to pick and choose his own destiny on where he wants to go in life. And that kind of conflicts with what King Hakim wants to do, when it comes to dictating his life. Now the antagonist of the film is played by Wesley Snipes. I believe he plays some sort of general who's kind of like pressuring King Hakim to do certain things and whatnot. But there's where that sense of conflict comes in. At the same time, his wife is trying to give him a wake-up call, because, he was supposed to be the person that was supposed to be the change he wanted to see in his world, instead of just following the same old tradition that's been going on for many, many, many years. So they have it where things, come full circle, where they try to connect it to the original, and then how it relates to the subplot line of the son's character, where he's trying to figure out his own destiny and his own love life and where he wants to go, per se. Now this film has its funny moments here and there, but it is nowhere near the original. The original is a Eddie Murphy classic. This film does have a lot of, I guess, Easter eggs and callbacks to the original, but it is nowhere near the original. There's even some jokes that they even repeat in this sequel, in the original. But it's an okay movie. It's not one of Eddie Murphy's best. Was it really worth the wait? Was it really worth waiting 30 years to see? In my opinion, You know, it could have been a lot better than what it was. But no, the jokes were kind of like ha ha funny, and then of course they're just basically trying to capitalize off of the whole nostalgia factor and whatnot. Um, but it definitely isn't as good as the original though. Like I said, there was some jokes that were funny here and there, but nothing really over the top. Nothing real vintage Eddie Murphy like through his stuff throughout like the 1980s and you know 1990s style of Eddie Murphy. But no, this movie it's an okay movie. It's definitely not the best. If I were to go ahead and give it a little ranking, it's probably 5 out of 10. And to give my final grade for Coming to America, starring Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, I give it a C. What did you guys think of Coming to America, starring Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall? Did you guys like this movie? Did you guys not like this movie? Did you guys think this was an unnecessary sequel? Or were you satisfied thinking that it actually lived up to the original? Let me know, comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, I have a whole catalog of movie and TV show reviews you can check out here on the channel, as well as other similar content such as my DVD and Blu-ray haul videos, my unboxing videos, my Fun Adventures YouTube vlogs, and other numerous contents. If you want to stick around for more, then make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys around for next video. Have a great day now. Peace.